Hello and welcome to Promenade Française. This is a wonderful place where I'm learning French. Do you want to learn French too? Then follow along and here we go. So, all right. So what do we do today? Basically, today was pretty cool. Just regular day. So we did our reading practice this morning. We have another reading practice in the afternoon. So like a lot of reading. I would say in general, I can feel a really big difference between the reading of the Book of Mormon because like I'm pretty familiar with that book, and we've also been through 50 pages. So now it's like the most of the vocabulary we're familiar with. And when we talk about the news, I don't always have a news. Excuse me. I don't always have a lesson to practice reading the news every day. When it comes to the challenge, let's jump right into it because I just want to get this over with. Some days, I just want to get it done. Le dimanche matin. So, all right, and I don't know. I didn't really work on my. I just didn't really organize my schedule very well.
好，下面呢，elle est en train de lire un auteur étranger. En train de 指的是正在做某事，哈。
Okay. So as you know, I'm watching these lessons in Chinese. I mean, I speak Chinese, so I can learn how to speak French. I can understand her description of what she's talking about, particularly for language, because I had to listen to these lessons when I was learning the actual Chinese language, and then I was also listening to these kinds of lessons when I did my undergraduate degree. I did a whole undergraduate degree in Chinese law that was taught in Chinese. And then I ended up getting married to this lady that just loved to argue. So I had 10 solid years of Chinese. And, so it's not difficult for me at all. Um, French, on the other hand, is quite the challenge. So I didn't finish watching the video for today's lesson. Maybe we'll just jump into the textbook first and let's see if we can how much we know. This says 周日的上午, so it's like 周日 is Sunday morning, le dimanche matin. All right. En général, qu'est-ce que vous faites le dimanche matin? In general, what is it that you do the Sunday morning? Le dimanche matin, so I guess we're supposed to pick one of these. Le dimanche matin, je fais d'abord un footing. What the heck is footing? D'abord. I do. What is d'abord? So d'abord is one of those words that I see all the time. And d'abord. First of all. There you go. First of all. D'abord. So before. First of all. So that's not even close to English. That's why it's hard to remember. Je fais, I do, first of all. Footing. Must be jogging. D'abord, footing. Footing. Where's my Google Translate? D'abord, footing. Yes, first a jog. Ensuite must be in and then. Je joue au foot, au tennis avec des amis et l'après-midi, je me repose. Je me repose. What's repose? Rest? Is this one person? No. Repose. Repose. Ensuite, then, repose. Rest. Moi, je fais les cours. Okay, so anyways, and then I play. Remember, O means de. le foot, or de le tennis. So I play football or I play tennis with my friends, and in the afternoon I rest. Moi, je fais les cours. I take some course. I do cours, les cours. I do my lessons. Je fais my cours. Shopping. How is that even possible? Je fais les cours. That is insane. I was thinking it was going to say je fais les cours. That's insane. I do the shopping. That was completely unexpected. Et ma femme prépare les enfants et elle joue avec eux. Prépare, she takes care of. She prepares the children and she plays with them. Oh, alors, on part pour la journée. On part, we go pour la journée. What is this? We go for a journey? So this is what's kind of confusing because we go for a journey. Journée, la journée, it seems like it should mean like jour, the day. So la journée, does it mean like a day trip? All right, let's just type this out. Oh, alors, or else, on part pour la journée. Or we leave for the day. Et on va, and we go, suivre à la campagne. Or we go to the country house. Et on va suivre à la campagne. We go to the countryside. We go often to the countryside. All right, so what's that one? We need one with kids. This is the one for shopping. This is the one for jogging. Le dimanche matin, je fais le ménage. Je fais le ménage. Ménage. Je fais les ménages. Je fais le ménage. I do the cleaning. And then, je me laver, et je m'habille. Ensuite, j'écoutais de la musique et lis ou j'écris des amis. What is this? I think je me lave sounds like a shower or something. Je me lave. I wash myself. And je m'habille. And dress myself. Congratulations. Moi, tous les samedis soirs, all les samedis soirs, all the Saturday nights, je vais en bois et on rentre vers 5 ou 6 heures du matin. So this dude's going to like a disco tech. Maybe it's this chick here. She goes out to the bar, to the club, and she returns 5 or 6 in the morning. And then in the morning, le dimanche, je dors. I sleep. Je me lève à midi, and I take a shower at noon. Ah, ma femme et moi. There we go. So the last one is going to be C. Ma femme et moi, nous prenons le petit déjeuner vers 9 heures. Après, on va au marché à midi. Nous déjeunons avec nos enfants chez eux ou chez nous. Good. Now, what are we doing here? Le dimanche matin, ma femme préparait les enfants. J'écris à des... What is this? Okay, Pongyo. This is interesting. J'écris à des amis. I write letters. Remember, day is what? Day is day. It's de lait. To de lait is in this case it's for. J'écris. I write to de les amis. Probably. See here it says bois de nuit. It means 夜总会. 夜店. It means the club. Go to the club. I go clubbing. Club. 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 Now, this is the thing. So, so the challenge here is that some vocabulary words. If we look at let's take a quick look at the exercise for today. So, the question is, how many of these things are actually in the vocabulary list? Right, so this one's tennis. So I guess these are tennis shoes. Regardez les dessins et complétez la grille. 根据下图完成表格. So, like, what is this? Is this gymnastics? And what's this, hurdles? And what's this, bicycling? Skis. Okay, so the first question is, are any of these in the vocabulary? Okay, so we got d'abord, déjeuner, dormir, écouter, écrit, enfant, foot. Foot. There's nothing about foot. Footing is soccer, but I don't see anything with soccer. Général, gymnastique. All right, so we got gymnastique. Okay, is there some way that we can write that? G-Y-M. I'm going to look at the other page. G-Y-M. Gym. Maybe. All right, I'm going to try this. So the fourth word from the top, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think we got a winner. Whew. Gymnastique. You know, I'm really concerned about my study buddy because I heard today that the Trump tariffs are getting extreme between China and the U.S. My study buddy's from China, and she wants to go to Canada. She's actually been accepted into a program in Canada. And I'm kind of worried because she would really, really, really like to habiller, jouer, laver, lire, marcher, ménage, ciao, natation, yo-yo, natation. All right, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we got another winner. Yeah, she'd really like to go to Canada. And she's been working, literally been insane amount of work preparing and doing everything she needs to do to learn English, to take the exams that she needs to take, and then she got accepted, and then suddenly, and the whole time she's mentioning that it would be nice to get out of China and see the world, and then at like the very last second, ski. Okay, so then the last word is ski. She could practically taste the poutine of Canada. And just at the very last second. Incredible. All right, so let's take a look at this. All right, so you can see in the box, this top box, I put natation, and here's gymnastique, here's ski. So we still have this one, 2, 3, 4 letters, and we have this next one, and we have this one. So what's this, hurdles? Hurdles. What is it, track and field? I would say it's probably track and field. In French, what a crazy word. In French, it's athleticism. They call it athleticism. That is retarded. Track and field is called athleticism. I'm not happy about that at all. It fits. Yeah, it definitely fits. Wow. We got 2 more. We got the bicycle. What's bicycle? Cycling. It has to be cycling. Vélo. Okay, yeah, it fits there. It's this one. This one is vélo. It's so strange. Because it doesn't have the accent. Anyways, you know what happens when 2 countries completely stop all of their economic ties. So we can clearly see what happened with Russia when Russia and America decided to cut their economic ties. So all the U.S. companies left Russia, and not soon, not long after that, they started shooting at each other. It's difficult for me because I lived in Moscow and I lived in Belarus, and I enjoyed my time in both Moscow and Belarus. And I met normal people who just had normal everyday jobs, had no connection to the government, or right, I'm missing one. So the top row is natation, which is a swimming suit. Then this is the vélo. And then this one is gymnastics, which is the 4th line. And then we have this one, which is called athleticism. And then we have skis. And then what's this? Because it says tennis. Well, it must have something to do with the tennis shoes. What are you going to do for tennis shoes? It must be footing. Yeah, it's footing. Jogging. My goodness. Yeah, so I mean, like, I lived in China for 10 years. And I didn't have a problem with anybody in China. Like, yeah, it was a challenge because I lived in China between the ages of 23 and 33. I went to law school there, and of course there was just regular everyday life challenges of living in a foreign country. They were very good to me the entire time I was there. I never had a problem with the police. They went out of their way to help me and to make my experience in China good. And I recognize that there are some limitations with the way that things are managed in terms of freedom of expression, what you can and can't do. And then, but there's also, you have to have a kind of a nuanced view of China, because they're dealing with a huge population, and you don't want chaos. You know, when you have like cities of 25 million people with that type of concentration, and you have the history of what happened with colonialism and how the Chinese, they were not very happy when different countries have come by with their weapons and started killing people. So, and then they've had some of their own domestic issues. So there's, you know, history is it's not as simple as we'd like. And then, while the U.S. also has their complicated history, and I guess the U.S. decided that they want to remain the number one superpower, and so they would prefer to kill in order to maintain that status. Compléter avec les verbes lire et écrire au présent. All right, so what are we talking about here? Huh? You go to wake up? You're just having a nappy nap? Did you wake up from your nappy nap? Yeah? You gonna lay down again? Yeah? Okay. Vous, okay, so what this is all about, what? So what they're asking you to do is they want you to conjugate lire, and écrire. It's a conjugation exercise. So I think probably, as you've noticed with me and conjugation, not putting that much effort into it. Why? I don't know. I did conjugation in Russian, a lot of conjugation. And at some point, I don't know, once you pick up the pattern, what am I trying to do with French? Why am I so unwilling to put effort, like the same kind of effort as I put into the other languages? I just feel like French, it's just going to come naturally. You just read it enough times, and it's just magically gonna click, and you're gonna like, oh, okay, I see. It's the same pattern over and over and over and over and over. Passive learning. I'm doing passive learning. Est-ce que tu? What's number 3? Number 2, lisez. Lis. See, these two words have the same pattern. Écrivez, écrivez. Non, je n'écris pas. Est-ce que vous lisez? Lise. Okay, it's lise instead of lise. Lisier. And the last one is qu'est-ce que vous faites? What are you doing? Les enfants. So that's going to be plural. Écrivent. Oh, my alarm's going to go off and the dog's going to go crazy. It's going to want to go outside, and I don't want to go outside. It's raining. Écrivons une lettre. Lisons. So what are we going to do about this situation in China? I think Canada has a more neutral view of the situation. They're not hell-bent on killing everyone in China to maintain superpower status, which means they're a little more flexible when it comes to policy. Okay. I mean, what are you going to do? Like, literally, like, you live in a world where there's now, it's not a monopolar world anymore. And your own country, the US has their own problems. I would say that from my experience in Russia and China, they don't have such a big problem with unfunded liabilities and welfare. And when your country is like, has such insane amount of debt, unfunded liabilities, and welfare, at some point, like the weight of the country just collapses on top of you. All right, so what's this next one? Now that I'm just asking for the answers instead. All right, associate the, what is it? 把句子的前半句与对应的后半句连起来。So oh, here, just adding 1 to what? 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what they do if the sentences are too long, because usually you just draw a line across. But so this is a different way of doing it. I'm sure I could do this without asking ChatGPT. Better turn off this alarm. This dog's gonna lose his mind. Yeah. He says, I know what time it is. I know what time it is. I know what time it is. All right, good. Let's give me a few minutes. Je me lève, je prends mon petit déjeuner et je lis le journal. À 8 heures, ma femme est dans la salle de bain. Ah oui, je prépare les enfants. Moi, je rentre tous les jours à 6 heures du matin. Mon ami et moi, nous déjeunons vers 8h30. Et après, ils vont à l'école avec mon mari. Okay, so after they go to school with my wife. So I would say that one's probably the one about the kids. Oh oui, je préparais les enfants. Et après, ils vont à l'école avec mon mari. Et après-midi is after. So that tells me that number, what is that? Number 3 is A. Alors, à 8 heures, je dors. So somebody's going to sleep, and then at 8 o'clock, I go to sleep. Je me lève, je prends mon petit déjeuner. À 8 heures, ma femme est dans la salle de bain. Moi, je rentre tous les jours à 6 heures du matin. Mon ami et moi, nous déjeunons vers 8 heures, 8 heures et demie. Alors, 8 heures et je dors. What's this deal with the wheat heures? Maybe let's check out ChatGPT's answer to that one. Okay. The heck is this? Oh, it's the wrong ChatGPT. Okay. What's this one with 8 heures? Ensuite, je fais manger et lui marcher. Alors, à 8 heures, je dors. Moi, je rentre tous les jours à 6 heures du matin. Alors, à 8 heures, je dors. So then what does it mean, actually? Oh, I'll just do it the easy way, because I'm just running out of time here. All right, this one says it's C. One is C. I get up, have breakfast, read the newspaper, I start work. I start work until 10 in the morning. Okay. À 8 heures, ma femme est dans salle de bain. À 8 heures, je prépare le petit déjeuner, and I prepare, and I'm making breakfast. Okay, I could see that. Ah oui, je prépare les enfants, and they go to school. Yeah, we got that one already. Moi rentre. This is what I'm concerned with. Moi rentre. I get home every day at 6 in the morning, and then at 8 o'clock I sleep. Yeah, you see, that's weird. That's why I was like, what does it make? Sounds weird. So number 4 is B. Next one. Right, we did this one, so I'm just going to delete it. Mon ami et moi, nous, what do we do? Mon ami et moi, we have lunch. Yeah, nous. Déjeunons. Déjeunons. Vers 8 heures. How would you have lunch around 8 o'clock? Je fais le ménage, et lui, il va au marché. We do the housework and then we go to the market. Fine, I don't care. What is that? Va marcher. So I'm having a hard time understanding what does it mean to go shopping? What does it mean to go to the market? What does it mean to go jogging? All these words are a little bit weird. Commence travail seulement de 10 heures du matin. I still start work until 10. Let's see. Yeah, so this is the weird thing about all these sanctions and stuff. Because if you're a language learner, it means you're a traveler. If you're a traveler, A, B, C, D, E, that means you've broken bread with all these people around the world. Like I lived inside the home of a Chinese family. Like I lived in they sacrificed their life to have me in their home. And why did they do that? I have no idea why they did that. and to some extent, there were a lot of aspects that were very uncomfortable for them. And they were, I don't know, I guess they were just curious, but they were definitely very supportive of my. Okay. Et vous, qu'est-ce que vous faites à 8 heures du matin du lundi au vendredi? 你呢？周一到周五早晨8点你在做什么？ So from what? From Monday to Friday in the morning at 8 o'clock. 你在做什么? What do I do at 8 o'clock every morning? From Monday to Friday. At 8 o'clock, I wake up and go outside and work on my garden. Then I read French with my tutor, and shortly after, call a friend or watch a YouTube or watch the news. Du lundi au vendredi à 8 heures, je me lève et je sors travailler dans mon jardin. Ensuite, je lis du français avec mon professeur et peu après, a little after, j'appelle un ami ou je regarde les informations. Yes, that's what I do. All right then, that was odd. Nice seeing you guys. Good luck, and we'll see you later.